What's the most embarrassing nickname you've ever had, and how did you get it? Back in high school, I somehow ended up with the nickname Spaghetti Sock. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous, and trust me, the story behind it is even worse. So, one day, I was running late for school and barely had time to grab breakfast. In my rush, I threw some leftover spaghetti into a Tupperware container and shoved it into my backpack, thinking I'd eat it at lunch. Big mistake. Fast forward to third period, and I suddenly feel something cold and slimy in my shoe. I look down and see this horrifying trail of red sauce and noodles leaking out of my backpack. Apparently, the lid hadn't been sealed properly, and my brilliant lunch idea had turned into a crime scene inside my bag. Of course, instead of quietly cleaning it up, I made the mistake of kicking my foot out in panic, and somehow, a few stray noodles flung out of my shoe in front of the entire class. The teacher stopped mid-lecture. Everyone turned to stare, and then came the laughter. Someone yelled, "Bro's got spaghetti socks," and that was it. The name stuck for the rest of the year. Even years later, I'll randomly get a text from an old classmate saying, "Hope you're keeping those socks pasta-free." 2. My family got a new golden retriever puppy named Mac. I was obsessed with him. I talked about him all the time, showed people pictures, and even made up little songs about how cute he was. Normal dog owner behavior, right? Well, one day in gym class, we were doing warm-ups, and the teacher told us to pick a partner. I ended up with my crush, Emma. I was internally freaking out because I never got to talk to her, and this was my chance to be cool. She smiled and said, "Hey, what's up?" And instead of responding like a normal person, my brain short-circuited. I proudly said, "My dog's name is Max." There was a long pause. She blinked. I blinked. "Cool," she finally said. And then, because I apparently hadn't embarrassed myself enough, I panicked and followed up with, "He likes peanut butter." The conversation died instantly. She just nodded slowly and turned away. For the rest of the year, people called me Peanut Butter Max. Even teachers. Even my own mom. Moral of the story? If you don't know what to say, just say nothing.